Winged beans are one of the versatile edible legumes of tropical origin. The plant is a climber in the Fabaceae family and closely related to the pole beans. Its scientific name is Sophocarpus tetragonalobus, ascribing to its fleshy four-angled fruit pod. The appearance of the winged bean varies abundantly. The shape of its leaves ranges from ovate to deltoid, ovate lanceolate, and long lanceolate. The green tone of the leaves also varies. The stem most commonly is green, but sometimes boasts purple. The pods are usually rectangular in cross-section, but sometimes appear flat. Pods may be colored cream, green, pink, or purple. Pods may be smooth or appear smooth or rough, depending on the genotype. Seed shape is often round, oval and rectangular seeds also occur. Seeds may appear white, cream, dark tan, or brown, depending on growing and storage conditions. Winged bean is one of its own kind of plants since almost all the parts of the plant, including immature pods, mature seeds, tender leaves and shoots, flowers, and tubers are used in the East Asian cuisine. Winged bean is a twining annual vine. It grows with the support of trellis to about 5 meters in length. It grows best under a hot, humid tropical belt supplanted with short daylight, enough moisture, and well-drained sandy loam soil. After about 45 days of planting, it bears white, pink, or light blue color. Flowers appear in spikes. Wing-shaped, elongated pods appear soon, about 60 days after plantation. The pods feature along its entire length, frilly edges on its 4 sides and round to oval-shaped beans inside. Winged bean is a self-pollinating plant, but mutations and occasional outcrossing may produce variations in the species. The pretreatment of winged bean seeds is not required in tropical climate, but scarification of seeds has shown to enhance the germination rate of seedlings. Seed soaking may also increase speed to germination, as is typical. ND may be used in conjunction with scarification. Seedlings under natural field conditions have been reported to emerge between 5 and 7 days. Winged bean can grow at least as fast as comparable legumes, including soy. Plants flower 40 to 140 days after sowing. Pods reach full length about 2 weeks after pollination. 3 weeks after pollination, the pod becomes fibrous. After 6 weeks, mature seeds are ready for harvest. Tuber development and flower production vary according to genotype and environmental factors. Some winged bean varieties do not produce tuberous roots. The winged bean is a tropical plant and will only flower when the day length is shorter than 12 hours, although some varieties have been reported to be day length neutral. All varieties of winged bean grow on a vine and must grow over a support. Some examples of support systems include growing against exterior walls of houses, huts, buildings, supporting against larger perennial trees, stakes placed in the ground vertically, and structures made from posts and wires. Because the early growth of winged bean is slow, it is important to maintain weeds. Slow early growth makes winged bean susceptible to weeds. See competition in the first 4 to 6 weeks of development. Kant 1982 recommends weeding by hand or animal-drawn tractor 2 times before the support system of the winged bean is established. Winged bean can be grown without added fertilizer, as the plant has a bacterium on the nodules of the roots that fixes nitrogen and allows the plant to absorb nitrogen. Factors that influence nitrogen fixation include rhizobium strain, interactions between strain and host genotype, available nutrients, and soil growing conditions of winged beans. Although winged bean thrives in hot weather and favors humidity, it is adaptable. The plant's ability to grow in heavy rainfall makes it a candidate for the people of the African tropics. Winged bean production is optimal in humidity, but the species is susceptible to moisture stress and waterlogging. Ideal growing temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Lower temperatures suppress germination, and extremely high temperatures inhibit yield. Even moderate variations in the growing climate can affect yield. Growing winged bean in lower temperatures can increase tuber production. Leaf expansion rate is higher in a warmer climate. For the highest yields, the soil should remain moist throughout the plant's life cycle. Although the plant is tropical, it can flourish in a dry climate if irrigated. If the plant matures during the drier part of the growing season, yields are higher. Winged bean is an effective cover crop. Planting it uniform with the ground suppresses weed growth. As a restorative crop, winged bean can improve nutrient-poor soil with nitrogen when it is turned over into the soil. Health benefits of winged beans. Number 1. Tender. Immature pods of winged beans are one of the very low-calorie vegetables. 100 grams beans carry just 49 calories. Mature winged bean seeds, however, have 409 calories per 100 grams and compose relatively high protein content equivalent to that of soybean protein. Number 2. Fresh young bean pods are one of the finest sources of folates. 100 grams beans provide 66 micrograms or 16.5% of the daily requirement of folates. Folate, along with vitamin B12, is one of the essential components of DNA synthesis and cell division. Adequate folate in the diet around conception and during pregnancy may help prevent neural tube defects in the newborn baby. Number 3. Fresh winged beans contain quite a good amount of vitamin C. 100 grams beans provide 18.3 milligrams, or 31% of vitamin C. Vitamin C is a powerful water-soluble antioxidant, and when adequately provided in the diet, it helps build immunity against infections, maintain blood vessel elasticity, and offer some protection against cancers. Number 4. Winged beans provide adequate amounts of minerals and vitamins. Some of the essential minerals such as iron, copper, manganese, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium are concentrated in them. Manganese is utilized in the human body as a cofactor for the powerful antioxidant enzyme number 5 thiamine, pyridoxine, vitamin B6, niacin, and riboflavin. Are some of the B-complex vitamins embedded in these beans. Number 6. Winged bean leaves, used as greens, are an excellent source of fiber, vitamin C, vitamin A, and minerals. 100 grams of fresh leaves provide 45 milligrams of vitamin C. Number 7. Winged bean tubers are notably rich sources of starch, protein, and B-complex vitamins. 100 grams of root provides 11.6 grams of protein, in comparison to 2.02 grams in 100 grams, and 1.36 grams in 100 grams protein content in potato and cassava respectively. Selection and storage. Winged beans can be available in the markets almost all around the year in tropical regions. The beans are generally recognized by their local names like kacang batol in Malaysia, kesapir in Indonesia. Winged bean is also popular with alternative names like asparagus bean for the delicate asparagus flavor of the young immature pods. Other names by which these frilly-edged beans are dressed around the world are as asparagus pea, princess pea, four-angled bean, goa bean, etc. Although this legume has enormous potential as an all-around nutritional solution to alleviate malnutrition problems, its cultivation is still limited to small farms and home gardens only. Besides its young pods, which command higher consumer attention, almost all parts of the bean plant, including its crispy leaves, tender shoots, flower blossoms, as well as underground tubers, employed in various cuisines. In the markets, choose tender, immature pods featuring a shiny green surface and light green chewy peas inside. Avoid overmature, discolored beans as they tend to have unappetizing flesh and dry seeds inside. At home, beans should be consumed while fresh to enjoy their natural flavor. Otherwise, store them in the refrigerator like French beans in a plastic bag for up to 4 days. Selection and storage. Winged beans can be available in the markets almost all around the year in tropical regions. The beans are generally recognized by their local names like kacang batol in Malaysia, kesapir in Indonesia. Wing bean is also popular with alternative names like asparagus bean for the delicate asparagus flavor of the young, immature pods. Other names by which these frilly-edged beans are dressed around the world are as asparagus pea, princess pea, four-angled bean, goa bean, etc. Although this legume has enormous potential as an all-around nutritional solution to alleviate malnutrition problems, its cultivation is still limited to small farms and home gardens only. Besides its young pods, which command higher consumer attention, almost all parts of the bean plant, including its crispy leaves, tender shoots, flower blossoms, as well as underground tubers employed in various cuisines. In the markets, choose tender, immature pods featuring a shiny green surface and light green chewy peas inside. Avoid overmature, discolored beans as they tend to have unappetizing flesh and dry seeds inside. At home, beans should be consumed while fresh to enjoy their natural flavor. Otherwise, stow them in the refrigerator like French beans in a plastic bag for up to 4 days. Preparation and serving methods: wash the beans thoroughly in cold water and mop dry excess water using a paper towel. Trim tip ends. Chop the beans diagonally into small sections using a paring knife. Dried winged bean seeds are used in the same manner as other peas and dry beans. Shoots and flowers added in stews and stir fries. Winged beans tuber has a nutty flavor owing to their high protein content. It can be used in stir fries and stews. Here are some serving tips. Tender winged bean pods are a delicacy in almost every household on either side of the equatorial region of South and Southeast Asian regions. Their sweet, chewy and earthy flavor reminisces that of asparagus. The beans are one of the commonly featuring ingredients in Indonesian, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Cambodian cooking. Finely chopped beans added in salads, stir fries, and sambal. Whole immature pods may be grilled and seasoned with oil, salt, and pepper. Winged beans seeds can be eaten roasted or added to stews. Sautéed or steamed, they can be served as a side dish with fish, seafood, and poultry. The tender leafy greens and shoots cooked in stews and stir fries. Safety profile of winged beans: winged beans and plant parts can be safely consumed by all healthy persons without any reservations. However, individuals with known immune allergy to legumes and in G6PD enzyme deficiency disease should avoid them. Winged beans carry oxalic acid, a naturally occurring substance found in some vegetables which may crystallize as oxalate stones in the urinary tract in some people. Therefore, individuals with known oxalate urinary tract stones are advised to avoid eating vegetables belong to Brassica and Fabaceae family. Adequate intake of water is therefore advised to maintain normal urine output in these individuals to minimize the stone risk.